Hi, everybody. Okay, we are going to be reading a book that I found that I thought would be a really good book to read right now. And this book is called Ruby Finds a Worry. This book is written by Tom Percival, and I was given permission to read this book online by Scholastic. And this is a really good book right now, especially because there's so many things that are going on that maybe we don't understand, and we might have some worries. And so we're going to read this book together, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit and what we can do to make our worries feel less big and less scary. So let me flip over and we'll get started reading our book. Okay, here's our story. It's called Ruby Finds a Worry. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high, and she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy. Until one day, she discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. And each day it got a little bit bigger. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. Sometimes when we have a worry, it's easy to pretend like it's not a worry or that it's not there at all. Sometimes that might make us feel better for a little bit. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize it, but she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. So Ruby's not really able to have much fun anymore. Her worries are following her around all over, and she isn't really having fun with things that she used to have fun with. Now the worry was enormous. What does enormous mean? Yeah, enormous means really, really big. Her worry was really big. It could barely fit in the kitchen at dinner time. It filled up half the school bus. And it took up whole rows at the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Then one day something unexpected happened. Unexpected is a tricky word that just means that something that she was surprised by. She didn't expect it. Something that surprised her happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? Is Ruby the only one that has a worry? I think she's realizing now that maybe this boy has a worry too. It was. Ruby realized that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing you can ever do about a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. And soon, both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for long. All right, that is the end of our story. So I really like this book right now because we might have a lot of worries about things that are going on right now. Kind of like Ruby at the beginning of our story, when we were doing things like normal and doing kind of the same thing every day, it was easy to feel happy and like there wasn't lots of worries. There wasn't many things to be worrying about. But right now, there's lots of things that we have not ever had happen before. And sometimes that can cause us to feel a little bit worried. Just like in the story, when Ruby started to feel worried, no one can see your worries. And so a lot of times people don't know how to help you if you aren't telling them what is making you feel worried. And so anybody at home can listen to you about what might be worrying you. You might feel some worries about when we're going to go back to school. You might feel some worries about when things are going to go back to normal, like how they were before. And so if you keep those worries inside and you don't tell anybody about them, then the worries get bigger and bigger and it starts to feel really big and scary. But if you share your worries about the things that you're worried about with mom or dad or auntie or an uncle or whoever's at home, then it makes your worries get smaller when you are able to share about them. And you know what? Just like in the story, when Ruby learned that she's not the only one with worries, there's lots of people right now that have worries. I bet you that even the grown-ups in your house have worries too, because we don't know always what's going to happen next. So I think that this is a really good story for us to be okay with feeling a little bit worried sometimes, and also knowing that the best way that we can get rid of a worry is to talk about it and share our worries with somebody. And you can always share your worries with me. So I hope you really liked this book and that it can help you to talk about the things that are worrying you, the things that you're feeling unsure about. And I hope that you have a really good rest of your day. Bye.